Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Morgan and today I'm going to be doing the all about my eyeshadow palettes tag. I don't honestly know who created this tag. I've seen a lot of people kind of do it, so I'm not meaning to not credit anybody. I honestly don't know who to credit. I've just seen so many people do it. I'm sorry about that. I will put the questions in the description box, and if I ever find out who does it, I will update the description box. So the first question is asking what my newest palette is. And honestly, I don't have my newest palette yet. I literally just bought one today. I bought the Too Faced Pumpkin Spice palette. I know, basic, I'm ashamed, but I fell in love with it and I couldn't stop thinking about it. I don't know why. I don't know what happened to me. Ew. But then these other ones I ordered all at the same time. Yeah, I have a problem, but I just been staring at them, so I finally just picked them all up. So, I guess we can go through them one by one. This is the Afrique palette by Juvia's Place. I have wanted this for a while, and I kept putting it on like Christmas lists and stuff, like birthday presents, but this was online only. And my mom and my boyfriend, who are the ones that are primarily buying me presents, usually don't order online as much. So I just ended up getting it for myself. I've heard like bad things about this palette, but I just couldn't help myself. It just kept calling to me. I was like, I probably already have these colors. I probably do, but I just could not stop thinking about it, as I said before, and I've wanted this for like at least a year. So I figured I'd finally get it. This is the Ace Beauté Oceanic palette. I've heard so many good things about this one, actually, and I didn't get it because I have the Alien palette from Jeffree Star and like other greens and stuff like that. So, and I have the Blue Blood palette from Jeffree Star, so I was just like, I don't need the greens and the blues, but they have very unique shades, like these more pastel ones, and like just in general how beautiful this palette is. So I don't regret getting this palette at all. It has very unique tones compared to what I already have. And then this one I heard literally nothing about. This is from Sample Beauty, and it's the Prodigy palette. It's the jewel toned edition. I got this on Beauty Bay, and I've seen it, and I was like always interested in it, so I finally picked it up. These like sparkly shades, like the one right there and there, are like beautiful. This one, especially Moonstone, is gorgeous. The shimmers are amazing. I haven't had a chance too much to play with it because I've been working a lot and I can't wear colors at work, which is like the one thing about this job. I wish I could wear colors, but moving on. I have done some neutral looks for work. Like I've used this Moonstone shade and like that goldy one, Brill. I'm not too sure about that, to be honest, but I have used these for neutral looks, and it has turned out great. So I need to experiment more with this palette, but I do actually love it, and it is I want to say it's $22, somewhere around there, but it's not that expensive. The next question is asking what my oldest palette is, and that would be my NYX birthday palette. I honestly have no clue when I got this. I know it was not my 20th or 19th birthday. It might have been my 18th, it might have been my 17th. I have no idea. So this is a couple years old, but I got it for my birthday gift, and the palette looks like this, and it's just a neutral palette, and it's got some like green and purple at the end, but this is very nice. The shimmers are very, very creamy still. I really do like grabbing this to do a quick look. So my most expensive palette has to be the Jeffree Star Jawbreaker palette. I know I brought up Jeffree Star a couple times in this video. I do not support him. I do not buy any of his things anymore. Yeah, I got into a phase where I liked his things and I was watching him and everything, but then I just couldn't justify it anymore, so that's that. But this palette, I want to say, was like $52 or something like that, so this is the most expensive palette that I own. Again, I don't want to encourage, supporting him, but it looks like this, and this palette is beautiful. I do love it for summertime or just creating colorful looks in general. I do love this palette, but I will not be encouraging anyone to buy this. My most affordable palette has to be this Essence I'm With the Band eyeshadow palette. I got this for my anniversary one year from my boyfriend. I asked for it because the color store was kind of calling to me, and I was curious about Essence's eyeshadows. To be honest, I don't exactly like their formula. It kind of takes a lot to build up. The shimmers are very dull, and yeah, I'm just not too much of a fan of it. But I do still pull this out from time to time again, just because apparently I like to suffer. And also, my boyfriend got this for me, so I would feel bad if I got rid of it or something. So I still try. But this palette, I want to say, is $9.99. I'm not sure if they even still sell this one, but I know that they sell a couple like this in the same packaging. But also, this palette is the reason why I've not bought any other Essence eyeshadows. My everyday palette, I'm going to say, is this one. This I actually bought at Five Below. It's by Smoke and Mirrors, and it's called Soft Glam. Ironic, huh? Literally looks nothing like Soft Glam. But, looks like this, and it's just a bunch of like mauvey pinky tones. Those are my favorite colors to work with, these kinds of tones. So I needed an everyday palette, and I was kind of looking around. I wanted to try out like Five Below makeup, so I got this, and this is surprisingly very good, and I do reach for this a lot. So this is my everyday palette because these are my favorite colors to work with. Most colorful, I'm gonna have to give it to the Jawbreaker again, just because look at it. Need I say more? Again, support him. My smallest eyeshadow palette has to go to this little LA Colors Squad. I guess I don't know if you consider this a palette, but this is what I'm considering. This is in the shade or whatever, Speak Easy. My mom actually got this because she's obsessed with the Dollar Tree. I just kind of stole it, to be honest. I hope she doesn't watch this because she probably won't watch it for this long, but I've not used this. But it just seems like a good staple just because it's like some shimmery shades and a nude and a brown. So this is my smallest little palette. My biggest palette, I'm gonna have to say, is my Morphe 35M. Again, I'm a little bit iffy on supporting them, but But this is one of the only palettes that has intrigued me recently. I mean, I got this like last year, I think, but it looks like this. And it's very grungy, and I like it for like fall and Halloween time. And this is my biggest palette, probably because you can tell. It has 35 shades, and that is a lot to me. So, yes. And this palette is also ginormous. Compared to my face, huge. The palette with the best memory for me, honestly, has to be the Jeffree Star Blue Blood palette. Because when I was ordering it, I was actually, it was the release, and I was actually at work when it was happening, and I was literally checking somebody out, but I had my phone there, and it was like, I was in line or whatever, and it went through as I was checking somebody out, and I was like, oh my god, I got the palette, like to my coworker, but of course the lady I was checking out heard too, and she was just like, oh my god, what did you do? And I said, I got the Jeffree Star Blue Blood palette, and her daughter knew what I was talking about. She was like, oh my god, you did? And then her mom, like the customer, was just like, I don't know what that is, but congratulations. And it was just like, I don't know, it was just really funny. And I just remember like everybody was all happy for me and stuff, and it was like a big part of my day, and it was great. But yeah, if you've never seen the inside, which I'm not encouraging you buy him or anything from him, but if you've never seen the inside, which I don't know if you haven't or not, but it looks like this. A palette that is worth the hype, I would have to say, is the Juvia's Place Magic Mini palette. I'm not sure if that many people are talking about it anymore as they used to, but this is the palette I wanted from the beginning when I had not purchased any Juvia's Place yet, just because everybody talked about how this was like the most versatile, because you have the cool tones at the bottom and you have like the warm tones on top. This palette is extremely good. I mostly love it for the metallics, specifically these three. I just love them. Like this Nubia is like a yellow gold, and I love it. This Zuba is like a peachy kind of rose gold color, and I love that one too. And then this is like a purple duochrome with blue, and it's just beautiful, and I get so many compliments on this palette. And the shimmers are just so buttery. I love this palette. And a lot of people have talked really good about it, and I can see why. So this is definitely worth the hype. I'm not worth the hype. I'm sure you're going to be real surprised. the Conspiracy Palette by Jeffree Star. I don't think I need to go into this because if you go on the internet at all, you probably saw what was happening. But, two problematic people. I loved Shane Dawson. I literally saved up money for this as soon as I found out that this could be a thing. I had money set to the side for it, and I was buying it no matter what. And then originally I was like, oh yeah, the color story, it doesn't make sense. But I can work with it. You know, I was kind of into like the weird color stories. Which like, I still kind of am, but also this just confuses me sometimes because I have to sit there and stare at it and try to figure out what I'm doing. Like I don't know what I'm doing half the time. And then I get too overconfident though, and I'll be like, oh yeah, I can make a look out of this, and then I make it look terrible and I don't know what's happening. So I usually just like stick to the neutrals. The neutrals are very good. Everything else I'm a little scared of. So yeah, and then with all the controversy and everything going on, this is not worth the hype. I don't want to say I like regret buying it, but also I see this in my little makeup cart and I'm like, maybe I shouldn't have bought that, you know? Well, the next question is a fave from a fave brand, and to be honest, I don't have one because my favorite brand, I think, is NYX, and I only have that one palette. I'm kind of looking at like the Utopia palette, but I'm just not sure about it. Yeah, I guess if you want to count the birthday palette as this category, that's fine, I guess, but my favorite brand is NYX, and I only have that one palette, so. The most used palette I would have to say would be, yet again, the Jeffree Star Alien palette. Again, how many times am I going to have to say this? I don't know why I have so many of these. I don't support him anymore, but this palette, I think, is also discontinued, so, like, it doesn't matter, I guess. But I love this. This was the first one I bought that, like, made me keep wanting to buy his palettes, and to be honest, as I kept buying them, I kept getting more and more disappointed and more annoyed with him. But, you know. But this palette reminds me of like the good old days when I was all happy and I was so excited to buy this. And I love this color story. I love greens. I love like the muted colors. I love this and it's very good. So I feel like I used this for like a straight like 2 months when I got it. So I feel like this is my most used and I still reach for it because this Phone Home is like my absolutely favorite color. And I just like all the shades still. The next question is asking, what palette have I used every single shade in? And to be honest, I couldn't pick between these two, but it's the Lime Crime Venus 1 and the Lime Crime Venus 3. I got these two because I've been staring at them for a while, as I said. And, well, I got the one because I just love grays. Like, gray is like my favorite color, if you consider it that. So I got this one because it's just a bunch of like gray tones. And I've used every single shade in this one. And then I got the Venus 3 because I love like purple. And I have used every single shade in this one. This is like a topper, so I'm kind of like that's not the best shade, but I do love these palettes still. I've heard bad things about both of these palettes too, but like, I think they're good. I mean, they're not like crazy, but I enjoy using them. So. And I guess the honorable mention could be this BH Cosmetics palette. It's the Mimosa palette. I've wanted to try a BH Cosmetics palette for a while, but I just couldn't pick one. So I finally grabbed this one. It looks like this, and honestly, yes, it's kind of basic, but I actually really like it. I feel when I make looks with this, I always look really good, and I get a lot of compliments, just because I think it brings out my eyes a lot, just because it's very warm toned. Like pinks, and the shimmers are very, very pretty, sparkly, and yeah, I just make a lot of good looks with this, I've noticed, and so I really do like this palette, so I just wanted to bring it up. And I don't remember exactly how much this is, but it's not very expensive, like, at all. So yeah, if you were interested in this palette, I would recommend it. Okay, so that is all that I have for today. If you want to comment down below and tell me what your favorite palette is. That wasn't exactly a question on this list, but I mean, if you're up for the challenge of picking one, feel free to do so. Also, if you do this video, feel free to comment down below and tell me that you did it so I can watch it. And yeah, I guess I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!